some dude brought his, black friends to this place for the first time, and I guess one of the owners came over to him and was like, "Hey, what you doing with these ninjas? Are you just gonna sit over there with those ninjas?" And homeboy called him out on it, and I guess the shit then went viral, and everybody's like, "Yeah, Nicks and the Sticks is y'all pretty much a rap now." Everybody's somewhat boycotting the shit, but
That's
it's
Alabama.
it's the, it's the Alabama,
It's,
man.
That
it's
ain't no rap.
Alabama.
That's part of the course, man. That
Yeah,
ain't no rap with that.
Yeah, I'm about to say they're gonna rally there and be like, "Congratulations, brother."
yeah,
You
just
Yeah,
know,
like
they'll
that the whole Bud Light scandal. They sipping that again. It comes and goes. It be right back
you know
around.
the,
They buy
the
what they can afford. Go
the
ahead.
interesting, the interesting thing is, what's homeboy's name who was out there shooting bottles? Kid,
Kid
whatever.
Rock. Yeah.
Kid Rock, yeah, he was selling it again. People like, what's up with dude? Don't you think feel like a hypocrite? You know what I'm saying?
See?
But
See?
no, man. Look, this is Alabama. It's part of course, but there's been like these stories of this, man. I guess some kids like two stories with kids with children, and there was another story, but this white dude was calling them all kind of racial slurs right in front of this police officer, man. I guess the cop didn't do anything. Not, some of these stories, man. I do my best to kind of stay away from because it eats at you a little bit, man. Like the Sonya Massey situation.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is this is Alabama. When we see people doing that, man, especially of a certain, you know what I mean, hue. I mean, just sock them in the face. That's
Nah.
that's
Nah.
that,
What the
that's
thing that
how I feel about it. That's how
the
I feel
thing
about
that
it.
that stuck out to
Sock
me
'em in
was
the
that
face.
somebody called him out, one of their own. That's what stuck out to me. That he was actually like, "Hold on, time out. We're not doing this no more. Well, I'm not doing this no more. I done brought my friends. Her son just turned 21 or whatever, and I thought this would be a cool spot to bring him to, and you coming at me with this shit.
I
So
don't, I don't, I don't. I, listen, I'm not shocked that somebody spoke up. Yeah, I don't. First of all, I've said, I don't think that every white person walking around is racist, but at the same time, again, it's Alabama, and if he's the owner, that ain't the first time he did that. He felt comfortable in his spots. There are places down south. Hell, there's places in Ohio and those little. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna put that on our state. It's when you go through when you drive through any one of these states, a lot of them, states just populated by our people. It's those little towns, those little forgotten towns in between. Miss Kiki, you know this. You're a trucker. Cuddy, you've been on that road a lot. You do most of your traveling by car. You get to these little towns in between, man. You can see that when you get in these places, you know that look when you get there. You know what I mean? Some people they kind of can hold it. Some people can. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked, and I'm not shocked that somebody say, "Hey, man, you ain't wrong." But until you start, "Hey, man, I'm gonna knock a couple of your teeth out," you know what I mean? Then people ain't gonna get the message. No, man. Mm-mm.
no, that's what I was saying, man. It's like one of the local fellow white dude, called
Mm-hmm.
him out on this shit. Like I said, did you see the video of the dude calling out his partner? I mean, it led from inside the joint to outside. Like he wasn't done. Like you was wrong. You know what you said, and it was disrespectful. And it's like pretty much
Yeah.
saying I'm done coming to the joint. Like,
No,
man,
that's
fuck
what's
this
up.
place. I'm cool with it. But that's what stood out. It wasn't. Come on now, like you said, you put the emphasis on it's the South. It's Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
We expect that, but I didn't expect one of their own want to look like a good old boy, big old belly, calling out the owner. Like, look, man, you said you said that shit to me, man. Why you gonna lie now?
Yeah,
Now that somebody recording, why you lying now?
it's a few dudes on the internet with them beards, man. And again, I'm gonna say this. It's not just a thing. This is a thing that's not just indicative of the South, man. This is America, man. You get to man, look up here. I'm in California,
I was just about to say it.
man. You see, they got little hillbilly spots up here, but a lot of them, that come from them towns that people forgot about, man. A lot of them, man, they just in a bad position. They not even on it like that, man. You'd be shocked the ones that are. But again, Alabama got a bad history, man. Alabama has a horrible history, man, and I got family down there, man. They the land that they own down there is it's still on the it's still on the land that our ancestors were slaves on. Like when I was going down there when I was a kid, man, and they still used to say all kind of crap went on down there. But I mean, hey man, I ain't gonna get nobody props for doing the right thing, but he probably, for all we know, that dude was probably, hey man, look, don't do that in front of my black friends. We talk that when we ain't in front of them. These
He
ones
could have.
good. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
he could have, but
that's
it's one
one
of
thing
those.
I
Right.
remember this is the crazy part because I think it's like they have to be careful with who they're around. Like they have something appearances to keep up around
Hmm.
their peers because I remember being in Jamaica and I met a couple and we all having fun, drunk as hell. Me and her husband is drunk as hell and we all just having a good time. He calling me his little black wife and everything.
Oh yeah,
And
he was trying to get some of that.
like,
Yeah, it
yeah, but
was.
we were just having fun because me and him, like, because when I get drunk, we get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I was like out there with him, like he was one of them, and
White
I was
boy
having a
wasted.
ball.
Go ahead.
That
Yeah, we was
chocolate Easter
having a
bunny.
ball, and my friend had to keep tabs on me. His wife had to keep tabs on him. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that. And then in the morning, we see them at breakfast with all their friends. Mind you, we're in Jamaica, a predominantly black country.
That don't mean nothing.
No.
Yeah, it don't mean
Go ahead.
nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I'm all happy and stuff, and he's doing his best, like turning red and everything, to
Mhm.
just be like,
I don't know this color.
oh, who the fuck? No, was that the bitch from last night?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that right there let me know, like, wow, like even if they're not like that, they have to
Mhm.
be like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like that's weird to me.
Well, it's
I'm not saying they have to, because individual is an individual, but
see it,
maybe daddy won't fund him no more or something. I don't know.
it's some man, and it's a shame that you gotta be like that in this country. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because some of them riders, man, just like your brother down the street, but then some you just don't know. Because again, there was just a story of a black high school student, man. He goes over his, I don't know why the fuck they said it was a sleepover, but he went over his white friend's house, man. And when I guess while he was sleeping, man, his white friend shot him in the back and in the head 14 times. 11, no, 11, almost like 11 or 14 times just shot him. And you keep seeing these stories where it's the lone black person. They go hang with their like the sister, man. She went to, I don't know why they call it a sleepover. She was a grown woman, but she was the only black one there. They said that I guess I don't know if it was her friends, boyfriends, or some white guys showed up. Man, they found her dead in the pool the next morning. No arrest because nobody knows what happened. Like everybody just got on the same page about it, and there's story after story. So I'm always like, just be careful, man, because that's like the one dude.
Careful.
He went out in the sticks with his people, man, and next thing you know, he get approached by a bunch of white dudes like, man, we finna hang this cat. And his white friends had to come like, oh, no. It's just, you got to be careful with that, man. But I'm not shocked about any of it. I'm not shocked that the old boy stood up for him. I'm not shocked because I was in Texas, man, and it was like, hey, that restaurant right there, you can't go in, you know?
Yeah, and you know what? Let's get away from this stigma because, like, even what you're saying, I know I was talking to a couple, our people, and it's just like, well, they ain't the ones killing me, and they ain't the ones this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm comfortable. Like some of them feel more comfortable around that environment, but then I'm just like, you must not know your history. Look at your history because those are the violent ones. I said the reason why we are the way we are is, I try to like enlighten people because we are people that are like of struggle.
Stop
Like,
hurting yourself, Kiki. First off, that's gonna hurt you in the long run. I'm sure
yeah,
you're finding this out as you just keep hitting a dead end with that point of view. But go ahead. I hear what you're saying. I
yeah.
get it.
It's just like it's like I hate that I have to hear it, but it's just like, oh, I'm gonna go move to the suburbs, but then you know you out in the suburbs and they don't want you there, and it's just like, well,
it's a bad, it's a bad,
it's like, but it's a yin and a yang. Let me put it like that. I get it. but I don't get it.
It's a bad position for our folks to be caught in because we can't discount what she went through. It's a lot of people that come from some neighborhoods and some environments that are violent. Well, you can't blame that shit on nobody else that's outside that
But I,
neighborhood. If her
right,
experience is, you know, a bunch of people that look like her shooting up, robbing, and killing everything, then of
right.
course she's gonna want to get away. But the other thing is, just because you go to a new environment, that don't mean that these
Let your
people
guard down.
ain't got their thing with them too. You know what I mean? That's me. I don't like all or nobody. I take people on an individual basis. You
Right.
know, I'm already eyeing everybody. Like, don't come to me with the bulls because I'm looking at you like with with
Yeah.
with my hand on my thing in my pocket, not my wingle wangle, my blade. Because I don't trust nobody, man. I try to stick with family and people
My
that I
wingle.
vetted. Yeah, that's what I tell my nephew. You know, he when he was a little boy, man, we went to Universal Studios. He had to pee. I said, "All right, man, go stand up, man. Pull your wingle out, man. Pee in the toilet." And so ever since then,
Oh,
the wingle wangle. You know, I don't want to.
wingle,
You can't be
wingle.
crass and say, "Look, man, take your dick out and go piss." You know, you don't want to do that with kids. But
I
yeah,
mean, I
man,
heard
it's
PT. I heard
yeah, that's my
wingle,
wingle wangle.
wingle,
You know,
wingle. All
so yeah,
right.
it's a tough
In
road
a
for our
club near
folks.
you, I'm coming for wingle wingles. I'm just
Yeah, it's a tough road for our people to be in, man. Because you see adults getting it, you see kids getting it. You know, I mean, nah, I ain't for taking that. I ain't for taking that. But yeah, man. And I'm sorry, I didn't see it. I only saw the original list that you sent. That one I didn't see,
Yeah,
unless I
check. Yeah,
mistakenly overlooked it.
yeah, it's in there somewhere. But yeah,
Okay.
just check out the video footage. Just see where I'm coming from. It wasn't, the obvious. It was the unexpected shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit, down in Alabama. Okay, all
Yeah.
right, we found one. But all right, man, we could let's get into the original. This was just
yeah.
a
Shout
I,
out to
I,
your
suggestion.
I
barber.
could dig it.
Shout out to your barber, Griddle.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You having me right, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Um,
this right here.
the footage, man, the footage, and also we talked about this time and time again about the mentals of these officers or whatever. This dude had what discipline actions taken against him for alcohol and all kind of shit that was going on with this dude. He's unstable, but he got a pistol, vest, and everything else in the trunk.
6 different departments in 4 years and 2 DUIs. Look at that.
Jesus.
This is what you get, man.
Yeah.
So
Trigger happy. Go ahead, man. Go ahead,
I'm
Sauce.
I'm I'm gonna say this, man, and this is gonna be the unpopular thing, man.
That's why you're here, sir. Go ahead, man.
She should have. No, I'm bullshitting. This was out and out murder, man. This was probably this was one of the ones that
It was
kind of,
disgusting.
I get it kind of breaks my heart, and so I try not to watch it. You
Mhm.
know, here we have a young lady by the name of Sonia Massey. She called the police because,
For help.
yeah, but in specifically, she thought that there was an intruder in her home,
Right.
and police officer showed up, and prick was kind of hostile
Yeah.
from the jump. Now, mind you, he never cut his body cam on,
Right.
so we watch him go in the house. She's, and somebody step in, correct me. She's at the sink first, then she moves to the stove, and he's is that a boiling pot of water? And she's like, yeah, and he, you need to back away from that. It's like, what?
Or I'll shoot you in the face.
Or I'll shoot you in the face. And she's like, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Mhm.
Well, I
That
don't
freaked
know.
him out. That freaked him out.
So Karebi, did she empty the water or did she
I
cut the
think she
stove
put it
off?
down. I think she
She
put it down.
she put it down, and so
Yeah.
she ends up, she backs up. He pulls the fucking gun in her, puts the gun in her face. She
Mhm.
drops to her knees, talking about, I'm sorry," and everything that happened from there on was fucking murder. Because I'm like, there was no, there is no question. It was nothing that called for that in a lot of these situations. It was nothing that called for shooting that woman and in her face and fucking killing her. And for me, a lot of the times when you see shit like this and there's another officer there, I'm like, why in the fuck didn't the officer pull his weapon on him and put the cuffs on him and
Wait,
arrest
wait.
him? Fuck being ostracized or whatever, but it's clear out and out fucking murder. But yeah, boiling water could tear your ass up, but not as bad as a bullet. And that's
The
just,
one
you
thing
know what
that
I mean?
pissed me off is that she got shot in her fucking head, and they kept their gun on her, even though you should have never even shot the fucking gun because she went down to the ground. You feel what I'm saying? And like from the get go, you could tell she was startled. She was scared,
Yes.
like from the get go. And this is a woman, my dude, a woman. Like you a straight pussy ass motherfucking cop, and you're a pussy ass man. I'm dead serious because like first of all, she's startled. And I think she was so startled because like she wasn't even making sense on the, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like somebody, because he was just like, are you okay mentally? And she was like, well, I'm on medications. Okay, boom. When you heard that, if you felt, y'all should have just left her the fuck alone from the get go. Like, I don't even understand why you went to her house.
She called. She called
No,
for help.
I understand, but on the footage, they were just about to leave, but then they asked about an SUV that's in there, and she says, well, they dropped it off. And then from there, they proceed to go into her home. But they were about to leave. That's the part I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like I watched it.
He was itching. He was itching, and his partner is like, "Oh, we gotta,
He was
we gotta administer aid." He was like, "Dude, that's a headshot."
dude, she's gone.
Yeah, she's gone. What are you talking about? There is no. You ain't got to put your hands on her or anything else. She's gone.
They both should be going. They both should be going down. Because it looked like both of them shot, first of all. And then, like, why are your guns on somebody in their own fucking home who is helpless?
Well,
who called y'all?
Only the one shot, you know. And again, man, it's just seeing things like this, man, are just, it's heartbreaking.
It makes you not want to call the cops. It makes you not want to call the cops unless you got your gun on you.
He's been suspended and pending an investigation, and it's like what investigation is there? You know what I mean? He
should have been arrested at the scene,
and nobody could seem to answer. I don't know. Again, man, I try to stay away from this, but I mean, it's downright murder. It's like, what investigation needs to happen? I mean, you could see what happened. The fact that she was an unarmed woman in her nightgown, and she dropped to her knees saying, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and I'm sorry, I'm sorry." You know what I mean? That's just some devilish shit, man. And
what you got, old man?
It pissed me off. It make me just want to fucking say, like, motherfuckers won't learn until we start doing what the fuck they do to us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to take that approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, because we're not Malcolm X. We are fucking, what's his name? Martin Luther King. Like, we too Martin Luther King with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure if the tables was turned, them motherfuckers would go find somebody and kill them and murk them. And I'm sorry, allegedly, I'll put it like that, but that shit pisses me off with our people, because it's like, it's ridiculous. I don't know if this is the story for the election. I don't know, because it seemed like every time the election come around, there's always some bullshit or some big time story about black people being killed. But this right here, that right there, and that's a woman. It don't even matter.
Yeah.
It don't even matter if it's a pussy or a dick. Thing is,
what you got, old man?
I'm sorry.
What you got, old man?
Oh, dude, man, it's a, it's like you start to get numb to some of this stuff. But for one good thing is that we're seeing the police department release the video footage rather early.
Yeah,
this cop is in custody. He's been denied bail. It seems like he is being dealt with accordingly.
Okay. So he isn't. I don't mean to cut you off. He is in custody.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good. No bail.
He's no bail.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So it's like, it's nice to see that happen the right way. I mean, but come on now, what do you expect from hiring a guy like this? You know,
he shouldn't have a gun. He should be on the desk. He should be on the desk somewhere.
You know what else, Cuddy, man? Going into what you said, it was also nice seeing that sheriff come out, and it may not seem like much, but usually, they always try to. It seems like they always try to go into damage control. But the sheriff
Always.
came out and said we failed her, and I could appreciate that. Him taking accountability for the department as a whole instead of just going into damage control. But go ahead, Cuddy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So hopefully, this doesn't result in any excessive deaths outside of this, because it's
People are
always
high.
conditions.
Yeah, people are high.
When they
Well,
do
I
this type of
apologize
thing.
for saying some hot shit.
I mean, that's how a lot of people feel.
Yeah, exactly. And see, you said one thing, man. You said you kind of get numb to this, and that's the problem. Why I think that's the reason, not the problem. That's the reason why, man. And it may sound bad. Why I kind of try not to look at these things, because I can't get numb. That stuff hurts, man. It's almost like it cracks me in the jaw, and I want to tear up, because there was a brother. I think his name was Reese. His name is Reese Waters. He's got a great show. I think he's more on the left side of the aisle, but he calls it down the line. And he had a list, man. He got to like 60 something with all of these, black people, men and women who were killed unjustly. And so many times you see people saying either I can't breathe, I'm sorry, what did I do wrong? Why did you shoot me? There was nothing hostile that came from any of these people, man. And you see a black woman praying, like he said, when you hear, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and I'm sorry, this is a scared person. And you had another big thing. You had an island between you and her.
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole countertop in between. If that water would have barely touched you, like you could have dodged. It's like,
right.
It goes back to what people say, man. You got people that have weapons training, as well as other kinds of training, to do this job, and they get to say, "I'm in fear for my life." Yet the regular Joe Smo, who's had no kind of training on how to interact with them, has to keep calm and keep cool when you put a effing gun in their face, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even train you they don't train you to shoot people
What
in the
cop
face.
ever told you, if you don't move, I'm gonna shoot you in the face?
Come on, man. Come
Like,
on.
whoever said I'm gonna shoot you specifically in your fucking face?
That's what I'm saying. And so when the trial comes up, if there, hopefully we get a trial. I mean, are we gonna play? What game are we gonna play here? The murder 1, murder 2 game? Are they gonna try and overcharge him to throw the case?
Kill him. Execute him. He executed.
Absolutely. That's what we want. But I'm saying, realistically, is this going to be a situation where they're going to overcharge him? Because they do that. They'll overcharge one of these people
to bring it down.
Yeah, or you know what? We couldn't prove murder once, so we got to throw it out. You see what I'm saying? It's a bad game that gets played.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see, because, like old man has stated, man, they did their due diligence real quick with this one.
Yeah,
no bail automatically or whatever. That's not a good look. You're supposed to be one of them. You're supposed to be one of the guys in the system, and they already said they denied you bail already. Yeah, you kind of fucked. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
If I hear one Uncle Tom say, that when we kill each other,
just stay offline.
Because I'm sick of that.
Stay offline.
I'm done.
Stay offline.
I'm sorry.
You might as well stay offline. It's an election year. Stay offline. Just don't, because it's out there.
Because you already got the videos coming.
Yeah.
It's
out there.
Miss.
She should have did this. She
none
should
other
have
than
fuck y'all.
She resisted arrest.
None other than Candace Owens is already talking about hey, this,
That's what I
this
said.
yeah,
Just keep
this is
stay
not
off.
an issue of this. We
Don't.
please don't the left. And it's like, bitch, everything is not the left and the right.
Right.
There's right and wrong also.
Exactly. There's fucked and there's fucked up.
Right. Like everything is not the left, the left. And
Right. Nah.
that's why I said, man, all of these people giving that girl attention, man. Like at first chance she gets, she's gonna be back on the BS, man. You know, you know, there has to be some compassion to not always use certain things for content to say some salacious shit just for attention.
Bro, this is
It,
how people feed their families now. This is the
yeah.
new this is the new
Oh
9 to 5
man.
sauce. They
But
have to have it.
it's
This is
so
the
dumb
new
though.
9
Like
to 5,
you go
man. I'm
get your
sorry.
own, you go get
Brother,
your own people. You go get your own fucking people.
For
bro,
a
this is
check.
Like if
this
it
is
happened to you, like
Yeah, for
and
a check.
whoever say that, I hope it happened to them. Like for real. And
bro,
I'm
this
sorry
is
I had to say that because that mean her life didn't mean shit, but a check to you, and
Mhm.
that's somebody's family member. I think somebody's mother,
Oh yeah.
auntie. You know what I'm saying? So fuck you and you trying to get any kind of richness off of that. If anything, we need to unite and put up a fight for the motherfucker. That's the problem. We can't come together for shit. But y'all allow motherfuckers to break our chain every fucking day, and it's been going on since. I mean, this shit it's America history for
Mhm.
real,
this,
for real.
this is you know, bro. I was having a conversation with my wife because it's a lot of black folks online. Like, oh, DEI. I'm like, it is interesting that you guys start repeating whatever a certain group of people says. And I hate this DEI argument because it almost automatically uh, gives the perception that white people automatically qualify for everything because DEI never seems to pertain to them. And I'm listening to these other black people say this, and I'm like, you don't understand how you hurt yourself. You already
Ignorance.
got people like my wife who's a nurse. Um, and she's told me countless times how she's went to work and she gets the questions of where did you go to school at? You know, how long have you been a nurse? To outright they wanted another nurse. They didn't want a black nurse. She's heard
Mhm.
that. Now,
Mhm.
mind you, she's got the best record there. She's, when she goes in for, her monthly reviews, she's got the best out of everybody. You know, she's one of two black nurses there with a third black CNA. And you know, then you get these people, it's like DEI. Like these people didn't work hard. And again, you see these black people saying things about DEI. You got these people other black people like, yeah, Sonya Massey should have, like, what the fuck do you know? Like, how are you gonna act if somebody puts a gun in your face? You know what I mean? I've
Mhm.
had, obviously I've had weapons on me. You don't know how you're gonna act, man. Something takes over other than logic a lot of times, and I think it's easy for people to say, well, yeah, they should have did this, they should have did that. Well, let's see how you react if I put a Roscoe in your face. So yeah, man, rest in peace to that young lady,
And
man.
Yes, sir.
it's already somebody at your door getting smart and talking shit, and you're trying to tell them, "Oh, I just got off the shower." That's what took me so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah,
if
yeah.
somebody's already coming at me foul and fucked up,
Mhm.
I'm probably scared to open the door. I already called y'all, and then she opened the door and she said, "Please don't shoot me. Please don't hurt me."
And I get it.
Fucking
They
police, y'all need to understand that video right there should show y'all that y'all fucked up and y'all need a different protocol. And if that's what y'all doing, then say that's what the fuck y'all doing so motherfuckers can be armed when y'all come to their fucking door.
I get it. They deal with a lot in the course of a day, man. You encountering a lot, but
No.
at the same time, that's what you're trained for. You're a professional, man, and you should treat every case individually, man. And
Yes.
again, this was a woman,
And
a
shout out,
woman.
no. And shout out to the good guys, because there are good police officers. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to them. But fuck y'all who set out, because it's people that set out and can't wait to kill a black motherfucker. Let's keep it real with that. But we can go down a whole nother page. So I know y'all want to probably go to the next motherfucking.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
hear you, Ed. I hear you, Ed.
Yeah,
Let's go ahead and
yeah,
land the
man.
plane.
Shout out to her family, man. Shout out to her. Rest in peace, baby, and shout out to your family.
Thank you, sir.
Ooh.
Speaking